Hi. Thank dog it's Friday.
Happy
Yay!
TDIF, everyone. So we're super excited to be here to do another fun, simple craft. So I'm Hillary Buchholz, and I'm here, as always, with the lovely and talented Patty Quinn.
Thank you very much. Hi, Hillary. Hi, everybody. Good to be with you today.
And we're the co-founders of We Heart Hounds, and every Friday we like to do a fun little get-together. We do some sort of craft or something just in honor of our love of dogs. So it could be recipes or whatever the case may be. Today it happens to be a little craft. We are making these cute little Hound Dog Corner Bookmarks.
Here's my first attempt. Mine has a pretty wild and crazy tail.
You won't lose your place. You
No,
will be able to find it quickly.
Exactly.
So these are super easy to make, and obviously I have two different sizes here. We're going to be demonstrating this large one, which it'll be easier for everyone to see what we're doing. And it's great for if you have kids that want to try this craft or follow along. And it's also September, back to school time. So they're textbooks. This is a great size for like a textbook size of book. So we're just going to jump into it. First thing that you're going to need is a piece of paper for your base of your dog. And we're using, since we're making the big one right now, we're using just a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I would recommend something that's not cardstock thick, but thicker than maybe like the super thin printer paper or something like that. So something in between those two that's relatively easy to fold, but will hold its shape as well. And then first thing we're going to do is just square this off. So,
So we're going to be doing a few little origami tricks. So don't be scared. This will be easy, actually, but it's just paper folding magic. So basically,
so we're just folding that into a diagonal, and then you can see this edge that we're going to trim off. So,
you just want a square piece of paper, right?
Yep. And then with this edge that I'm trimming off right now, that is actually the size that I used for my little bookmark. So once I had this little strip of excess, I just squared that one off as well and then trimmed off the excess, and that's how I made this little guy, which is a great size for like a little paperback novel or something like that.
I just did that just now. So I just folded up a corner to the end, just again to make a little square. Okay, wow, that's going to be tiny.
It's little, and it obviously comes out at that size.
Yeah, that's cute though.
So it's a little bit challenging once you get down to that size. I wouldn't try to go a whole lot smaller than that. And you can obviously go bigger than that as well. But I do think that this is, for an actual bookmark, I think this is a pretty good size.
Okay.
So it's not so big that it'll fall right out.
So this size square versus this size square. Yeah. Or anything in between.
Yep.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Nancy. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Nancy's an origami queen, so she could probably whip one of these things out in a heartbeat. So don't make fun of us too much today.
So our next step is just going to be orienting the paper so that our fold side, our part that's folded, is in front of us.
Facing us, okay.
Yep. And then we'll be folding up these corners to the top here.
So we just take the right corner point and put it and fold it towards the top point.
Yep. And then the same thing with the left side.
Okay. So we're kind of making a little diamond shape now.
Exactly.
A smaller square, actually.
And then we're gonna unfold these guys.
Open that back up where we were. Now we have a couple creases.
So you can see our creases there.
I'm done. I made a bird. Her paper airplane.
And now we're going to take just the top layer and fold this one down to the center. So
okay. So we're actually folding that to the middle part of this triangle where the two folds, like matching up where the two folds are, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Gotcha.
Folding it right down.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
And then here's the part that kind of holds it all together. We're going to take these ends and fold them and tuck them in. So we're going to take
We'll
this
fold
side,
it up like we did, but we're going to take the point and then just tuck it under.
tuck it under. Yeah. So it's making a little, like a little pocket out of that piece that we just created.
All right. Yeah, so Nancy says Aiden is an origami king. So yes, he is. All right. That's her handsome son.
Oh.
All right. And then we do the same thing for the other side?
Yep. So here's this one. And now I just need to fold this one in.
Okay. I just jumped in. Looks like a little paper cup.
Yep.
A little Dixie cup. Pocket.
And that is pretty much it for the folding part. So there we go.
Yay.
Now, super simple one. Yep.
It's hard to see the white on white, so I just want to show everybody you can actually tuck something inside there.
And now we're just going to trim a little bit of this bottom part. I'll kind of show it on my already completed version. You can kind of see these are rounded off a bit here.
Right.
So that the little tongue can come through and it looks like a little doggy jowls.
There you go. Hi, Lori. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Marion. So glad to have you here today with us. Thanks for joining. Who else just popped on? Wendy, of course. Hi, Wendy. Good to see everybody today. Thanks for joining us. I got to catch up with Hillary. She's making doggy jowls.
Oh, it'll take me a second. It's not usually my first cut that's going to work.
It's not too bad, actually. It's not too, it's kind of like it's almost like you're cutting the base of a pumpkin or an apple, right? Just kind of has those gentle little curves.
Yep.
In it. So there's mine. Yeah.
And then you can also curve out these edges as well. So just right here and here. And don't go too far down because you don't want to have your little pocket be too open.
That's what I did on my first one. I cut it too far.
Too far, yeah. So you're just barely trimming so that you can kind of curve this little edge a little bit.
Okay. Just rounding that corner.
Yeah.
Just kind of making a dog body that's not pointy. A little bit of a lopsided dog, but I think that's okay. It actually doesn't look, it's not going to be perfect.
And these sides will get kind of covered up by the ears. So
maybe
don't
rounded mine a little too much. I don't know.
No, I think you're fine.
Okay.
That's about where mine was too. So
okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining us today.
All right. So next step are all of our little embellishments for our dog. So You'll
Yay.
need some contrasting pieces of paper. So I'm using brown and a little bit of black and a little bit of pink. And I've
Okay.
cut out some brown ears that'll get glued on. And I have a few spots, a tail, the nose, and a little pink tongue.
Okay. Yeah, here's my, just had some scrap paper lying around. I didn't have any construction paper, so I went through my stash for scrapbooking, and I had a brown and a black. I didn't have any pink, but I had little pink Post-it notes.
That's so I didn't have any pink either, and I found an envelope that I had that was pink.
Oh, there you go. Oh, great. Yeah, envelope. I'm sure I have a pink envelope tucked somewhere. Okay. That's so funny. So yeah, whatever paper you have lying around the house, obviously, you can just make something fun out of it.
And you could even, if you only have white, you could just grab your markers and just marker up some, whatever colors you want. Or
use their crayons and.
Yep. So then glue stick, and we're going to start embellishing our little envelope that we've got here.
All right. Yeah.
And I start with the ears just to kind of give you a little bit of, that's the biggest part. So it gives you a little bit of a placement as to like where the little spot that goes around the eye or things like that can go.
And what I noticed with my ears, if you put them too close, you're making the face area with your ears. You're kind of defining where that face is. And if the ears are too close together, you're going to cover up, where the eyes and stuff are. So I think you're right. I think putting the ears down first is a huge help to kind of define the face.
And you kind of want to scooch it over to the edge as close as you can, so you're covering up that edge as well, that little on this edge, so you don't have the white sticking out the outside of the ear as well.
Right.
And you can also, if you find that they're too big or things like that, you can trim them down once you have them placed too, if you need to.
Okay. So. I find that I have to put mine in place first and then to figure out where to fold them under before I glue them down. Get that crease.
My ears.
Those are cute. My ears are a little smaller this time. Maybe I'm making Clover this time. Little ears, little hound dog ears.
And then I'm gonna just pop on some spots for my body and the tail.
And we have a spot for the eye, right?
Yep. I like to do that because I'm gonna be we're gonna be drawing the eyes on. I went a little bit too high, I felt like the first time, so yeah, I'll kind of work on a little better placement this time, but they really do come together. Like, even if you think, oh no, that's not what I was planning on, or that's not where I was thinking it would go. Once you get all the little details in there, they turn out super cute. So
yeah. Well, and the fun part about these is you can customize them for your own dogs, right? So, like, you could make a Leon one with a black body.
Yep.
And brown ears or brown spots.
I was going to give that a whirl, but I just couldn't figure out how to. I'll have to try to figure out how to make those markings work well.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But if you have, a different kind of dog with pointy ears or any, you could really change this up to match your own pup at home. which I love.
Here's my little body, and then I'm gonna
Oh, cute.
pop on the eye spot. And like I was saying, go a little bit lower on that face when you're doing the eye part than you might originally assume, I would say. Getting my handy dandy paper towel. My fingers are full of glue stick. So you got these little scraps of paper that you're trying to glue. So they need a fair amount on the back. But
has anyone else done origami or anything like this? I'd be curious to see who else is an expert at this. We've got a couple online. I know watching. So this is what I have so far too.
All right. And
my spots are a lot bigger.
Next, I'm going to pop on the little tongue, and I found the easiest way to do that is make it a bit long so that you have something to really glue on there. It'll just be the little tip of the tongue that's pointing out the back, but make it quite
a little bit longer than that,
so you can actually have something to glue down.
Okay. And then you've made a little hole here when you cut that end with the jowl, and you just tuck that tongue in there. And if you want a tongue out Tuesday, pup, you can really have a long dangly tongue. You can make a Lulu tongue.
Might need to make mine a little skinnier.
And then I like to just curl it a little bit. Just pull a little curl to it. That's cute.
Cute.
We're almost there.
Yep.
A little bit ways to go.
And then a little black nose.
The nose, yeah.
And you can kind of make them whatever shape you want, but I just leave them kind of a little triangle shape, works pretty well, kind of a fat.
I made mine.
Triangle.
I think the first one was a little more triangular. This one I made kind of like a kidney bean shape. Stick down there. So there's my nose.
Oh, cute.
As you add each of the features, it really starts to come to life.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, little button nose.
And do make the nose big enough so that it'll glue across that seam that's going down the front of the face. So you want something that's substantial enough to really be able to be glued down, because it will be a little bit malleable because that seam is right in the center. So you want it to have something to grip to. And then last detail is just grab a marker and draw on some eyes.
Right. Oh, cute. Here's my little.
Nose isn't quite dry yet.
Aw, so adorable.
So yeah, so these are the large version, and then as we were saying, here's a little one. that would work well that you can
So
make
to
from your scrap.
tuck it in a book, the page, this would just go on the page of your book, just like that.
So yeah, I hope these are super easy, super fun. I would love to see if you guys make yours, if especially like if you do some customized ones,
I know.
definitely share that. I would love to see those as well.
Exactly. These are adorable, and you can bring your kids to the table and have everybody make their own. You can customize them, obviously, for your own pups. Really, it's just, and they make sweet gifts, even for kiddos to give to at school or.
If you were given a book and you had giving somebody a book and they had their own little custom bookmark in there, it's
That's a
just
great
that little
idea.
extra detail to personalize
Yeah,
it, which might be
yeah,
sweet.
exactly. Well, thanks everybody so much for joining us. Thanks, Hillary, for walking us through. This was a fun one. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too. And if you are interested in something else that we've got coming up in the future, a great way to stay informed about everything We Heart Hounds related is to join our mailing list. And we will have a link on how to do that in this post. So it's a great way to just stay in touch, because with all the different types of social media, things like that, it's easy to miss a notification, something like that. But our mailing list is a great way. You'll get to find out about everything that we've got going on.
Yeah, and especially with the Facebook algorithms or anything else, I mean, you just never know. So it is always nice to know that we can stay in touch with one another through email. And another little tidbit, we're getting close to wrapping up on our giveaway, so be sure to enter.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. Can't wait to announce the winner in a couple weeks. But yeah, go to the top of our We Heart Hounds page on Facebook, and it's right there at the top. Click on the link and enter for the giveaway. It's valued at over $260. Like, it's huge. So huge giveaway. So we really want you to win, and share with all your friends and family and all that. Anybody else that you think might want to participate as well.
Join in on the fun. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. It's so great. I'm glad to be back home safe and sound, and obviously to be able to enjoy you guys on Fridays. Hillary and I, this is just, we say this every week, but we truly mean it. This is the best part of the week every week. We love it. Love it. And really enjoy spending our time with you, and can't wait to see you again next Friday. So hope we inspired you. Go out there, make some bookmarks, little puppy dog bookmarks. Show us what you got. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.